Hello folks, and welcome back to another Wise Game video. In today's video we're going to be looking at World of Warcraft private server Warmane once again. We're actually going to be covering in today's video is Blackrock. Blackrock is a server for Wrath of the Lich King that's PvP only. That's right. So if you're somebody that really loves the PvP, this is the server for you. Now, don't get scared by the population saying low. Number one, it's early at this time. Well, for my time anyways. Plus, it's only PvP. But we're going to see in just a few seconds that there's a good amount of players. So next, you're just going to hit OK. And then in here, you're going to create your character just like you normally would in any World of Warcraft game. And then once you create your character, it's going to automatically be level 80, which is the cap level for Wrath of the Lich King. We're now going to enter the world. And you're going to start off in Dollar and Sewers. This is the main hub for this PvP server. This is where most of the players are, and we can see that the time right now is 3:59, say almost 4 o'clock p.m. Realm time. And my local time is almost 12 o'clock p.m. afternoon. And I'm on the East Coast, USA. Now, when you first log into the game, your character's going to look almost naked, wearing hardly nothing. But when you open up your bags, you're going to see that the game automatically gives you, just like when you do a beta test. It's going to give you some band-aids to start off with. These things I got by opening up a box. And then it's going to give you a hot stone, and it's set for dollaring. Now next we're going to notice that the game automatically gives you 20,000 gold to start off with. So you don't have to worry about making gold. And then if you look at your talents, you're going to see that they automatically give you the 71 points that you need to start your build. And the reason for all this is because it is just PvP. There is no mobs, there is no quest, there's not even NPCs, which we're going to see in Stormwind and etc. So, right over here they do have all the NPCs that we possibly need to do PvP. They even have Season 8 PvP vendors. And you come here and buy T2 weapons. But with this guy, you need to have a rating, all different kinds of high ratings to purchase these items, and plus you need the arena points. So for this piece right here, you need a 2050 rating to buy this piece. Now if you don't have any ratings, we got this guy that's standing next to him that sells the Season 7 PvP gear. So if we click on that, we're going to see that this is another way of getting your gear to start off with, and you don't need any gold or currency or arena points to actually purchase these. And then there's also a banker here, so you don't have to travel too far if you want to use the bank. And then here you could even form a guild. And then this guy sells tablets. And then later on, some of them require certain arena ratings. And this guy just sells shirts. So just check out these vendors and see what they have for you. Now on this side there's a few other vendors, and they're pretty much scattered out. You just got to check this whole area out and see what they have. Here's a guy that you could purchase your game charters with, or your team charters. And this game also has solo queue. Just like Battle of Azeroth, if you don't have a team, which is this guy right here, you could enter 3 versus 3 solo queues, and it's going to team you up with other players. Let's see here. And this guy, you can queue up for the skirmishes and your matches, your rated matches. And then this guy right here is a spectator. So you can actually go in and watch games that are going on right now. So let's see if there's any 3s. And we can see that these guys are definitely fighting right now. I kind of wish it was like upper bird eye view though, like a spectator box at a sports event where you can really look down at everybody and see everything that's going on. But it's still pretty cool. Now you could either wait for this to finish, to leave, or you could just come up here and leave this way. And then you could also, I'm sure there's a lot of twos going on. Yep. So we'll just pick any team here. This is an 1800 rating team. And we can see that they just won. Just trolling wins. So they just won. So yeah, so Dollar and Sewers is the place you want to hang out in, and that's how you're going to get most things done. And again, if you go upstairs in Dollar and City, it's usually pretty dead. There's not much to do up there. There's not even NPCs, except for Bankers. Bankers is the only NPCs on this server. And then you use this nifty gadget to transport around. Dollar and Mall is where we're at. And then you could also go out to like VIP Island. That's just another place in Tannerus that players hang out. They have a few vendors here. They don't have gear vendors here from what I could see. So it's just basically a place to hang out as far as I could see. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go back. And we're going to transport back to Dollar and Mall. Actually, I'm going to show you guys this place first. This is where everybody goes, and there's a lot of dueling going on. So we can see that a lot of people like to duel here. I'm not set up to play right now. You can see my action bars is still empty. And we're going to go back to the main spot, which is Dollar and Mall. Through the magic of editing now, we're actually going to arrive at Stormwind. The only way I know how to get to Stormwind is the old traditional way. Now, I don't know if did I already mention this, that they do give you a mount when you first come in. So you will get a mount. Mine was an Almond Brown Bear, which is a fast mount. And I'm going to make my way to Stormwind. And here we are in Stormwind, and we could see it's very empty. We don't see any NPCs, gods, or nothing. There's not even an innkeeper. The only thing that we do have, like I mentioned earlier, is our bankers. So you still can use the banks here, but why even come here? There's really nothing to do. There's no NPCs. There's no flight masters. You can't fly anywhere. And there's also no auction house vendors, so you can't use the auction house. There's no quests, except for those couple of quests in the sewer that is for PvP only. You can go out in the world, but it's empty. I don't even think that there's farming nodes or anything like that. So yeah, so I checked this out the other day, pretty good. And yeah, it's empty, guys. It's just for PvP only. Now to wrap up today's video, I just want to go to the website and show you guys something I found really quick just this morning. And it's a correction towards the video I just put out yesterday. So let's go take a look at that. And it's got to do with this server. Alright, so for this now we want to click on Armory. We want to go to PvP ladder. Now, first let's look at the PvE. Let's look at the raids. And we're going to notice that the raids have dates of when they did them. And then I said in my video just the other day that I wish that the PvP had dates so we know on how active they still are. But with all the players that we've seen in Dollar and Sewers, we know that there's still a lot of activity going on, which is good. So basically here I want to put it on Blackrock. And even when you do put it on a specific realm for Wrath of the Lich King, all the Wrath of the Lich King active servers are still going to show up in the realm list. But like I said in my last video, that there is no dates that show up here, so these could be a year ago. Who knows? But I did find out a way. So there is a way of looking at this. So all you have to do is click on a team. And then in here it has kind of like a chart. And it has the dates listed down below. But then they even have this if you look at match history. And it's going to let you know the dates that they did it here also. So by this list right here, it looks like this team hasn't done anything since June 9th. If we go back to this, let's see if there's a team here that's been doing it recently. Let's try... There was a team I found earlier when I tried this out that did just do them. Let's see if this is it. Alright, this one's pretty close. It's in July. So let's go to match history. We're going to see the last time they did it was on July 2nd. And it's going to let you know if they're victorious, the rating, how much they gained or lost, the map that they did it in. Blade's Edge Arena was this one, how long it took them. So it's got a lot of cool information. Then you could even click on details and it's going to tell you more or show you more. Okay, this team right here is very recent, 3 hours ago. Can't get more recent than that. And the place that they did was the ruins of Loderin. And yeah. So we could see that there's still some teams that are very active at this. Now I'm sure that there's a lot of other teams that's not showing up in the list because it only holds 50 teams and it goes by ratings. So if they're like below like a 2500 rating right now, they're probably not going to show up in the list. But it doesn't mean that they're not active. So as we could see, if you guys are really into PvP, this might be a server you may want to check out, and we could see that it is not dead. It is definitely very active. There's a lot of players doing things here. So, to get your PvP itch done, check it out. Again, for Warmane servers, Blackrock. Thanks for watching Wise Gamer. Feel free to sub up. Comment down below, we'd love to hear from you. Until then, you have yourself a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.